Preparing to live stream. All right. Hello. Good morning. Happy first day of June. First Monday. Excuse me. It's not the first day of June, but first Monday in June. Um, Last week we got the connector. That really had me thinking about the invitation to connect to self and connect to source before connecting with the world around us. So any thoughts on that one? Did it show up for you last week, the connector?
I definitely think it did for me. I mean, it was an invitation to at least for me, it was an invitation to also connect to things outside of work, like that I was passionate about on the side, which I've noticed for
Mm-hmm.
me always enhances my work. Like when I take the
Mm-hmm.
time I know I need for creative stuff like photography or drawing or just going to see a movie, like it really fills my cup. So being prompted to think about that as a good thing instead of a side mission
Mm-hmm.
was really nice. So that's how it showed up for me.
How about you, Ty? Connector?
For me, last week I was mostly indoor, and I don't recall making a new connection. But
Mm-hmm.
but then again, on Saturday when we got to hang out with friends, I'll say I was a little bit more approachable because most people see my simple face, and just because I'm not smiling, they think I'm upset all the time. So that's on the
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see what this week has in store.
Okay.
Well, we're bringing our queen self, everybody. We are regal, courageous, prosperous, loyal, powerful, compassionate, intuitive, responsible, administrative, knowledgeable, and trustworthy.
mm-hmm.
Our gentle, courageous, gentle courage. Let me take a look
How is that
here.
showing up for you, Emily?
Do you know what I thought immediately? Because I just went to the Pride Festival this weekend. That's what it, I was like,
You
yes,
thought of like a drag
that's what
queen
I
or like
heard.
a
Yeah.
gay queen? Yeah,
I was like,
perfect.
yes, show
Love.
out. That's that's my
Definitely.
first reaction.
I love that.
I was like, hello. The ancestors love to give those little winks.
Yeah. You
Mm-hmm.
said interpret as you will this fine pride.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
Um, the shadow of the queen is unable to delegate, being a dictator, self-righteous, tyrannical, and over-controlling.
Mm.
This is always my greatest fear, I think, is that I show up that way when I'm focused. So
Mm.
I invite you to remind me of the shadow self of the queen if you see that in me.
Mm.
But anybody else have any ideas about this one?
Do you have anything, Ty?
For the queen,
Mm-hmm.
for me, it just reminded me of chess, and you know how
Mm.
to move through the different environments and just
Yeah.
and she's able to make decisions regardless of where she finds herself. So if she's moving straight, she's moving diagonal, and then
Mm-hmm.
you miss out once that piece is taken away, it kind of makes you vulnerable because you don't have that one person that
Mm.
can do a lot of things. So that's what it reminded.
Mm.
I'm trying to
I
make a
love that.
connection. I'm trying to make
Uh-huh.
a connection in
I
my mind to see if there is a queen, if there's like if something is representing a queen that I should take a look at, and that's what I'm thinking of right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
cool. What a good interpretation. I really appreciate that a lot.
Yes.
It's like this idea that the queen has even more resources than she thinks, you know? She's got a lot of,
Mm-hmm.
she can move in a lot of ways. That's really cool. Thanks for that. I
You're
think
welcome.
for me, this was naturally how I felt about approaching my work when I woke up this morning. Like you felt it in our last meeting together, Emily. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
feeling drawn to like execution, getting stuff done, being shameless, you know, going for it, embracing power. And then maybe like
Mm-hmm.
when you read the description, I think what I'll do to balance that is just be mindful of the shadow
Yeah.
traits. Like if I'm going to move that way, if I'm feeling drawn to that, that's great. Maybe that's invited of me this week, but to make
Mm-hmm.
sure I'm not being a dictator or make sure I'm
Mm-hmm.
balancing it by saying, how does this sound to you? Or just being conscious
Mm-hmm.
of the flip side. Like I think the nice thing about the shadow selves is it's not just a chance to be like, hey, just so you don't forget, like you can be toxic too. But it's like a chance to like remind you what to look out for as you embrace the stronger sides. And
Yeah.
like I think I'm gonna challenge myself to be the good stuff and just be mindful that I'm not the bad stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
Love it.
love that.
And even, observing it without judgment, right? Like it's
Mm,
shadow and light. We need them both. And
mm,
there's
true.
even there are times when, like, if there is some sort of disaster looming, or you were running out of the house because it's on fire, sometimes it's okay to be a dictator in that situation
Yeah,
because our safety, our immediate safety, is more important, and we can then collaborate to find shelter post getting everybody out safe and alive.
that's a great point. Like not all of the more or yeah, it's even coming out in the way I was about to say it. Like I was gonna say not all the negative traits are that negative, but maybe it's just how this power can show up. And it's like, sure, if it's
Mm-hmm.
unfettered and like you're never self-reflective, maybe it
Yep.
becomes negative, but maybe it's not so bad in small doses. Like maybe we
Mm-hmm.
need people to take the reins. Maybe
Every
it's
once in a while.
yeah, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like it's an interesting balance. I really like this poll for this week.
All right. Well, let's go out and be fabulous.
Oh, happy pride, be a queen. The card is only as straight as you are.
I love you all.
Bye.
Bye. Have a great week.
Bye.